What's up, everybody? What's up? It is Snay here at Cryptosomniac. It is 7/27. I mean 7/27, 9/19, 2018. Yeah, it feels like July, but it isn't July. And I'm just gonna make sure that we're live on YouTube, and hopefully we are. Let me just check this real quick. All right, hopefully I'm live. I am live. All right, perfect. I am live, so perfect. I apologize for that, guys. Things are kind of messing up here as we uploaded and downloaded a new version here for our software recording. Perfect. So it is another rocky day in the markets, but not too bad. So we're just going to go to cryptosomniac.com, click on exchange, and our RSIs are still extremely low. And these are daily RSIs here. We saw a nice little bounce here for Bitcoin. And why is that happening? Why are we seeing these consistent bounces over and over again? Well, today was the last day until the new contracts are issued. So this is when CBOE contracts did expire today. So it expired around 1 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 4 p.m. Eastern. The Bitcoin futures expired on CBOE. So we'll take a look at that. And of course, we have some other crazy breaking news as well. Actually, let me pull it up. Actually, we have the Bitcoin hash rate is steadily increasing, and EOS continuously getting hacked. I mean, we're seeing close to $1 million being lost in the last week alone for EOS. Lots of hacks happening for EOS. I don't know why they don't really, take more precautious efforts there, but it's rough how it's going right now for EOS. I'm not too big of a fan of EOS right now, especially with all these hacks happening. And Coinbase hiring Fannie Mac exec. So I'm going to pull that down here so you guys could see that. Coinbase hires former Fannie Mae exec. Fannie Mae, of course, big in the financial institutions. Lots of fiduciary responsibility for these Fannie Mae execs here. So a good fit here for Coinbase. Coinbase is hiring over 100 people in the New York area. And I think that's a good idea. I think having a strong, large presence in the New York area is only going to help crypto. And I think I think Coinbase is making the right decision here. They've hired 500 people in this bear market. So since January, they've hired over 500 people. So as it is a bear market, we would think that things like this would continue to keep stripping the market of money and capital. But Coinbase is doing just fine. So obviously very ecstatic and thrilled about that. And we're going to jump right into the questions and of course the Bitcoin charts. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin here. So this is the Bitcoin chart. I'm actually going to show you guys the 4 hour, and we saw that pretty large green candle here. Let's actually go to the hourly. I think that would be even better. I mean, wow, look at that, guys. That's crazy. That is super crazy. Look at that. You see this exactly when this is happening. So everything started pumping when the futures contracts came out and went semi-long. I mean, it's not really, they didn't go long per se, but the futures contracts did expire today, and we're seeing a lot of pushback and regulatory impact. For example, we saw Kraken kind of being cracked down upon by the New York State Attorney General, which is a pretty big deal. And actually, we'll take a look at over at. Kraken had some words to say. Look at that. Is it a coincidence that this was published a day before the expiration of CBOE futures contracts? Who traded on insider information, and what is being done to prevent manipulation? New York State Attorney General employees. So obviously, New York issued a warning to Kraken saying, hey, get your regulatory guidance up, but Kraken pushed back and said, hey, we're as compliant as anyone can be. And I agree, Kraken is on the more compliant side. Kraken, Gemini, and Coinbase are the ones that are preferred right now. So pretty interesting stuff here. And of course, I'm glad Kraken is fighting the good fight, because honestly, someone needs to. And it's difficult to really comprehend what's happening behind the scenes, especially in our point of view. But I can tell you from firsthand experience. Oh, sorry guys, phones keep blowing up. But I can tell you firsthand experience that this is continuing. This is continuing to get more and more tricky and more dicey as more and more regulations do come out. And we'll finally see what the stance on New York is. You know, exchanges historically, for example, GDAX could not be operated. GDAX is owned by Coinbase, could not be operated by Coinbase. So what Coinbase did, said, hey, we own the Bitcoin, you know, we'll buy the Bitcoin and then we'll sell the Bitcoin in the state of New York. So it's kind of dicey in New York how things are operating. And of course, New York, probably, I would say, the world's financial capital, obviously taking the more precautionary method or precautionary tail to cryptocurrencies. So hoping that Kraken is A-OK and the markets start to you know, be self-regulated and more formal regulations do come out. But we will bear till spring 2020, possibly, guys. Possibly. I wouldn't doubt that. Remember, 2020 is the halvening, and halvenings are historical bullish movements. Halvenings are when Bitcoin block rewards are cut in half. So that'll be pretty exciting if that actually comes to play. But let's go back to the Bitcoin charts here. I mean, we're still traveling around this. Look at that clear bounce. Traveling on these on this falling wedge here, this descending triangle falling wedge pattern, where we're seeing these highs, we're testing these lows, and we're not really breaking out of this pattern anytime soon. It feels like this is historically falling wedges are historically really bullish movements. Actually, they're a breakout pattern, but we'll see if people could actually break out, or we will actually break out and the bulls start to come back in here. It's right now, it's this is on the daily. We still have some low RSIs coming through here. Stochastic RSI obviously looking pretty good here, continuing to rise. We see that dark red momentum, obviously meaning that you know, there's a little bit more buy pressure entering into the market. We haven't seen that wave trend cross happening anytime you know, since, let's see, since early September, around September, first week of September, we've just been seeing a huge decline here. And then we had that little false breakout, and of course, another more descending volume and more descending pressure here. So the bears are still in control, but hopefully, you know, we're seeing that green mark come right up. And the wave trend cross, I actually studied this algorithm. It is actually pretty accurate, and I really do like it. I wouldn't say these are buy and sell signals, but they do give you a better indication who's in control, bears or bulls. And I definitely think that you know, the bulls are coming in very shortly. I mean, if we're just looking at this descending falling wedge pattern, sorry, not descending triangle, falling wedge pattern, historically this is a breakout. So hopefully if we can break out of that you know, $6,800 to $7,000 mark, we could be seeing greener pastures, greener skies. So maybe that would be a nice little entry point for more confirmation. But right now, you know, this could go either way. This could bounce right back at 68, right before 7,000, and bounce right back down to 5,800. And 5,800 is a pretty crucial Fibonacci level. So let's actually go take a look at that Fibonacci level, because we had some questions on that in the Moon Lounge as well. So we're seeing that at 6,600, and I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. right where our first bounce was. So we have a 5100 level on the fib level. This is pretty strong retracements here. I would honestly say that you know, going under 5,000 right now would be not hard if there's enough volume being dumped, but it's unlikely happening for the patterns that we're seeing right now. Are you with them all with the 4K BTC prediction? I'd like to see what happens. I'd like to see what happens by the beginning of October. I still think that we could hit 10,000 before we hit 4,000. I'd like to see what would happen in the beginning of October. I think that's when things will really start to dice up here. And of course, we have another ETF decision at the end of September. September 30th is another big ETF decision. So definitely, definitely very interesting here. And I'm just seeing a lot more traction happening here. NYU offers first crypto major in US. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know you could major in cryptography in this day and age. It's pretty cut and dry unless you're creating a new cryptographic algorithm or a hashing algorithm. I don't know if that's you know, maybe this is cryptocurrency, but honestly, do you need a 4-year degree in cryptocurrency? Pretty ridiculous. ETF denied, not happening. Well, we'll see. We will see what's happening there. And so we're going to go back to Cryptosomniac.com and look at Ripple. So we had a huge surge in Ripple, and I'd like to show you guys the first of Ripple charts. So that's a pretty big surge, and actually I'm going to go to XRP BTC. I like that a little bit better right now. So we had that nice little surge yesterday, and I'm actually going to draw this out here. Price range from here to here. So we had a good 20% bump here for the last around 2-3 days ago. We had you know, we've been seeing a descending pattern here for Ripple, but let's go take a look at XRP USD shorts. So shorts are increasing for Ripple. I mean, these are at an all-time high right now. Why is that happening? Because everyone and their moms thinks XRP is really overvalued right now. Super overvalued right now. So let's go take a look back at XRP USD. Yeah, I mean, these, let's just go back to the 4-hour, or actually the 2-hour. Yeah, we're seeing some huge volumes come in for Ripple. Why is that happening? Is that because of all their partnerships that are kind of coming into play now? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I would actually think that that Ripple especially is kind of manipulated right now. I mean, the Ripple CEOs own a Ripple board owns like 70% of the Ripple. So honestly, I would say this is more market making volume, and people aren't really bullish on Ripple, and that's why we're seeing these shorts go to all-time highs. So we are seeing an all-time high on Ripple shorts. That means, what does that mean? When I say all-time high on shorts, that means the general consensus of the market says Ripple, they're bearish on Ripple, right? That's the general consensus. So there's more people bearish on Ripple than any time in recent history, and that's just pretty evident. I mean, and we could actually also take a look at BTC USD shorts. So shorting and longing, those are for margin traders here. So look at that, guys. I mean, we are still sitting almost at all-time high again for Ripple, for BTC shorts. Again, not too bullish on that either, and we're seeing continuing pickup of this short pattern here. And I'm not really going to even try charting shorts. That's not my forte. I'd rather chart the price pattern. I don't even know if you can chart shorts. I'd leave that to some of my more experienced traders inside the Cryptosomniac Advantage, or the Moon Lounge, as people like to say. I honestly don't think that, I think looking at this indicator is good, showing the market incentive for what's happening, but I honestly wouldn't blow this out of proportion per se, right? So we're obviously seeing some heavy volume come into BTC, especially after the CBOE shorts. I mean, look at that, guys. That's a massive wick here. Whoa, that's a massive wick here. So we saw it go all the way down to $6,000, and then it go all the way back up to $6,500. So that's a $500 spread there on BTC, and this has happened at 1 p.m. today. So of course, there's a lot of people margin trading over on Coinbase Pro, formerly GDAX, and the futures contracts actually look pretty positive, and they're saying, hey, a lot of the consensus is that Bitcoin is really oversold, which is pretty popular, which is pretty exciting. So I'm actually going to go over and take a look at your guys' questions, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Don't have too many questions. What's up, everybody? Life Size Box, hey guys, Amit, Life Size Box and Amit, obviously huge fans here, and always are tuning in, so thank you guys so much for tuning in here. And guys, if you guys are watching and you do like the content, please smash that thumbs up. Do not be afraid. These videos always are live. None of this is pre-recorded or scripted in any way. I think we're one of the only YouTubers that really do this kind of live info stream, almost like a podcast, a daily podcast. Maybe we should start giving out podcasts, and maybe people would like that, enjoy that a little bit more. All right, so I'm actually going to go over and take a look at Genesis Vision. So if you guys know about Genesis Vision, you should. If you don't know, you should know, because they are coming out with a massive release on the 30th. So we obviously have seen huge plummets here, and we saw a sample buy. That was a fake breakout. Broke out, hit my stop loss anyways, and it just kept plummeting down. So I've been holding my GVT since ICO. I'm a big believer of GVT, and obviously a little bit of conflict of interest. My own project, Monarch Token, which is live right now. Go take a look and download Monarch, the Monarch wallet on iOS. We'll be releasing Android soon. We're right now the fastest growing wallet on the market. So definitely really exciting stuff there. It's basically like Mu on steroids. So go take a look at that, guys, if you haven't. And actually, I'm actually going to play a quick commercial, just because I do have some comments here over on Twitter and Facebook.
Hey guys, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Monarch Token. Monarch is an all-in-one payment platform for merchants, consumers, and investors. The wallet is live now for Mac and PC, and also available for iOS on the App Store. Find out more about their ongoing private sale and upcoming token sale at monarchtoken.io.
Simple as that, guys. So if you are interested, go take a look at that. Yeah, so we're back at GVT now. Sorry about that little delay there, or a little jumping around there. But we're back at BCT and Genesis Vision. And their huge release is happening. Their mainnet release is happening the 30th. So I'm really looking forward to this. And this is what I love about Genesis Vision. And I'm actually going to show you guys. I think it was one of the top earners today. I think it's actually not even the top 100. I think it's in the top 200. Oh, that's not fun. Great. I think I broke my website. Next 100. Ah, isn't that great? All right, so I'm actually gonna zoom past here and So it's 11% up today. This is what I really love about it. Is this right here. 4 million circulating supply, a max circulating supply of 4.4 million. So that, what does that mean? That means if you put in $4 million into this market, into the GVT market, the stock price or the token price would raise by 1%. I mean 1%, $1. So if you put in 4 million fresh capital in here, you will see a $1 rise. So this would be 1016 if you added $4.4 million. So GVT, you know, it is a very, very fast growing alt, and they're actually delivering. So all these cryptocurrencies like Black Moon, LA Token, all these aggregated pools, managed funds, they actually don't even have a product out right now, which is pretty surprising considering the $30 million they raised compared to the $5 million Genesis Vision raised, and Genesis Vision already has a product out here and actually is sticking to their timeline. So really, really exciting stuff here as well. You know, I honestly would say, you know, there's people always asking me what time's a good time to sell, what time's a good time to buy. I'm actually not selling this token. I actually, you know, I'm comfortable holding out through it. I own you know, a fair amount of my portfolio in Genesis Vision, and it hasn't quite failed me considering the ICO price was so low. I think it was like 35 cents, and now it's $9. So I'm just going to kind of hold through this because I know it's a good platform. And if you guys haven't seen the platform, it's actually pretty incredible. I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone just to show you guys. And I'm going to expand my face. There's my face. So it's new version is available, but it's pretty straightforward. You know, you could obviously look at the program details, and you could take a look at what people are investing in or what your fund manager is investing in. The success fee is 20%. So average profit is 33.9% on this mock portfolio, and you can only enter this into the market by using Genesis Vision. So Genesis Vision is a transaction medium of how people get paid out and get paid in. So it's pretty fantastic. So Aaron Levy says BNB is the only one up against Bitcoin to date. Yeah, so if we take a look at BNB right now, it's actually inversely related to Bitcoin. Actually, I wonder if there's a BNB USD. I would love that. Aha, that's perfect. Okay, and then we're going to insert, we're going to compare and add a symbol. So we're going to say BTC USD. So as you're seeing a peak in BNB, you're seeing a drop in Bitcoin. And that kind of is historically happening here. Why? Because it's a good hedge against volatility, especially for BNB being Binance's own token. And so you're able to exit out and enter in faster using BNB, and cheaper because you have those reduced fees. I would like to whoops, sorry guys. I would like to hope for that. I would like to hope that Binance, you know, they're obviously burning a lot of BNB token, but I'd like to also see a re-implementation, because I know they had that 5-year plan for the Binance token to be implemented into the Binance exchange for reduced fees, but I'd like to see that kind of to come through. Shrink your head back down. Yeah, good ideas, guys. Shrink my head back down, and that is true. I need to shrink my head back down. All right, sorry guys, but yeah, as you guys are seeing, actually I could be your weatherman for today. What is that? Is it over here? How do I inverse this? Aha. So as you're seeing here, you see that that is a where my finger is. That's the BNB line. That's a BNB price line. As it's peaking, you see Bitcoin going down. So there's your weather report. It's super wet out there, so be careful. Bring your umbrella. Bears and bulls are fighting. And don't get caught in the midst. Make sure you set your stop losses. That's something that I would absolutely recommend. I honestly wanted to buy some Bitcoin at closer to 6,000, and I didn't quite catch that. You know, I actually had a buy order at 61.30, and it actually never got filled over on Coinbase. So that was really unfortunate for me, but you know, you take what you could get. But yeah, does it for me here today, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's see. Bear till spring 2020. Yeah, we talked about the halving. Android coming out. Yeah, Monarch Wallet, Android coming out very soon. Actually, a lot of people are using Monarch to participate in other ICOs because we are so much simpler and easier to use than Mu, and your data is stored locally on your device. So definitely go check that out. And yeah, we're going to take a look at Ethereum. I'm actually no longer going to take a look at Litecoin. I don't think Litecoin even has any merit anymore. Out of Charlie Lee's mouth, the founder of Litecoin, this is what he said for Litecoin when asked if it had a use case. Litecoin is a test net for Bitcoin. It's pretty garbage, guys. Pretty garbage stuff here. I definitely, Jason 2.0 Litecoin, yeah, I definitely would not, I'm definitely trying to dump all my Litecoin, and I have a ton of Litecoin. I mean, I bought Litecoin at $2, so I have a shit ton of Litecoin that I'm going to, I was a Litecoin whale back in early 2017. I really believed in it, but then SegWit got implemented. Lightning Network still isn't fully implemented on Litecoin. I would have liked to seen Rootstock enabled on Litecoin before Bitcoin, and when that didn't happen, I was like, this is a shitcoin. And then Charlie Lee the founder of Litecoin dumped all of his Litecoin. And you know what his reason was? It's because he didn't want to work anymore, so he never has to work again. And that's a good reason. I mean, that's a clear exit. You know, at least he's being honest that, hey, you know, I don't even want to say it. You know, it's just, I don't know why he would dump all of his Litecoin and crash the market, but you know, you do what you could do when you're Charlie Lee. So pretty shitty stuff by Charlie Lee. All right, Ethereum USD. And I'm actually going to go back to my own chart. So let's go get on the daily, and I'm actually going to cancel out of that. Wow. Look at that, guys. ETH USD dropping. I mean, we're lower than last year's price for Ethereum. But if you look at actually, I want to pull up Ethereum BTC, and I believe it is, I think it's Bittrex. So, and I'm actually going to push this to the log scale. I mean, guys, this is pretty clear what's happening here. Let me draw an extended line here. So we're well below the mean here. I thought July was going to be the low point, but boy was I wrong. But if you're looking at this logarithmic scale, and actually I'm actually going to pull out the time intervals as well here. So let's see, date range. So that's 367 days from low to low. Let's push it out another. 300 and, whoops. Yeah, we'll say around another year there for low to low. And let's push it out again. So if we were to roughly estimate, you know, from a year-to-year case basis, I'm just going to pull this out. Right now, it's saying Ethereum is, right now, just on the logarithmic charts, historically, it's about every year it kind of dumps and increases, as we've been seeing this. You know, low point, high point, low point, high point, low point, kind of high, super low, and we'll probably be seeing continuing sell-off for Ethereum. And this is and why is Ethereum selling off in the first place? Well, it's a lot of ICOs actually exiting their stances on Ethereum. There's a lot of people that are moving off of Ethereum. There's a lot of people just liquidating Ethereum just to keep the lights on. So that's pretty crazy, because Ethereum I thought would be a little bit more robust, but there's a lot of scam coins out there that raised a ton of Ethereum. Cough, cough, EOS. If you take a look at EOS, what's happening with EOS? EOS raised so much Ethereum. Now what they're doing is they're pretty much price manipulating the market, which makes sense. It's a brilliant play by EOS. EOS is an Ethereum competitor. And since they are an Ethereum competitor, what does that mean? That means they have direct competition to attract ICOs. And specifically, the price point of Ethereum, they could just continue dumping on the price point of Ethereum because they're directly competing with them. So not only are they making money, but they're pretty much destroying their competition just by price manipulation. So that's something that you know, people truly believe in the space that's actually happening. And obviously, if we look at this year interval, we haven't seen that beautiful reversal that we'd really hope for. Let's take a look at this in the week. I'm actually going to clean this up a little and actually get it right on par here. Okay. So we have 364, 343. I did another 343, and 343 comes around to early November. So could that be the reversal point for Ethereum? Maybe. But if we do look at historical averages on Bittrex, it's pretty clear cut that we may have not seen the end of this. You know, we may see another month and a half to 2 months of continuing sell-off for Ethereum. But I'm staying pretty optimistic about Ethereum. You know, with Casper coming out whenever that happens, and of course Raiden and GoChain really propelling them to, you know, unforeseen transaction limits. I think some really cool things could actually happen with Ethereum. And of course, if you look at things like Cardano or a couple other companies out there, they're all using Solidity as a base language. So Solidity is not only becoming more and more of a staple of a language for smart contract development on the in the crypto space, but it's becoming essentially the crypto language. Solidity is the crypto smart contract language across multiple platforms. So that's really exciting. So I definitely would not count Ethereum out. And my response to and I'm just reading some of your comments now. My response to LTC FUD is, if Litecoin has no use case, then BCH doesn't either. Yet it's still the #4 coin. Why? Well, I don't like BCH either. I would not invest in Bitcoin Cash either. I don't think that it does anything better than Bitcoin. It just doesn't do anything better. What it is, it's a little bit more corrupt than Bitcoin. The people behind it they're a little bit bigger clowns than Bitcoin, and it's very manipulated by Bitmain. And Bitmain, what is Bitmain doing? Bitmain mines Bitcoin and then uses the Bitcoin they mine to buy Bitcoin Cash. So now they hold I think that it's a whopping 60% of all Bitcoin Cash is held by Bitmain. So Pretty crazy stuff here. But anyways, guys, that does it for me here. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. I would really appreciate if everyone left a comment, told me what you liked, what you disliked, what you'd like to see next stream, what topics you'd like to see next stream, and of course, like and subscribe if you haven't. We do this every day. We are really reliable on that part. We're one of the earlier YouTube channels out here. Maybe not some of the most exciting. I mean, I could yell into the camera and, you know, spit hot bullshit, you know, about how we're all going to the moon, but that's just not what we do here on stream. And, you know, thank you for all our loyal viewers, especially in the Moon Lounge. So our Moon Lounge, Cryptosomniac Advantage is, you know, our trading lounge. We've got 4 trading analysts in there. A couple community managers, ICO experts, and of course a great community just to ask questions. Like today, TLRY. I think everyone, if everyone hasn't, what is it? What is that weed stock? Man, I just had it up. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me pull this up real quick. TLRY. Great. Okay. Guess I'll have to just there it is. Okay. So TLRY, Tilray, marijuana stock. Everyone's been talking about this. If you turn on CNBC, everyone is talking about it right now. Well, it is crazy right now what's happening in the speculative emerging marijuana markets. Just like what's happening with cryptocurrencies, people are super speculative on it, and people are super hyped and pumped about it. And so if we're looking at this, I mean, we saw in just today we had a 85% increase in the last month. In the last month of price action, $35.90 to $154. That's like a 500% increase. So huge gains to be made even in the traditional market with marijuana stocks. Of course, those are an emerging asset class, very speculative, and that's why you see so many so big price swings. So that's what we're seeing in cryptocurrencies as well. So there's a lot to learn here, and you know, everyone's been talking about this. So obviously I learned it first from the stock chat over on the Cryptosomniac Advantage. And of course, you know, you got to just keep on top of this market. And for example, AMD, you know, people say you can't make money on traditional stocks. Year to date, I'm up around 250%. So, you know, there's a lot to learn out there in all sorts of financial markets. And I'm not going to lie that I'm an expert in margin trading. No, we have James for that. I'm not going to lie I'm an expert in swing trading. We have Jordan for that. I'm not going to lie that I'm an expert in stocks and you know, larger fundamental analysis. We have them all for that, and that's why we really try to create a nice inclusive community here. So I really hope I see you guys in there, and I appreciate everybody watching today. Peace out, y'all.
Hey guys, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Monarch Token. Monarch is an all-in-one payment.
This is the wrong one. I was going to do this one.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from Cryptosomniac, here to talk to you about our Advantage program. What is it? It's like carrying the live stream around in your pocket 24/7. We have full-time technical analysts and research staff regularly charting coins and looking into ICOs and upcoming projects to help you make your best decision. Don't miss out on the next bull run. Stay as informed as possible. Head over to cryptosomniac.com/advantage for your free 14-day trial now. Don't miss out. We'll see you in the Moon Lounge.